My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is May 20th, 2023. It is 7:26 a.m. This is video number 2. It took me a while because on my first video, there's something that I read and I wanted to share it on my community board. And before I start this video, I wanted to do it and put it on my community board. I can't find it. It took me, what, almost an hour or 45 minutes to start this video when I should have started right away. But the person deleted that particular tweet that I've already shared on my community board. But I stumbled on another squaddie who happened to have that same comment, so I share it on my community board. So let's get started. There's a lot, and I've added about 5 more tweets for this video while I was searching for it, and I came across some good ones. All right, this one I responded to. Did I share that one? Yeah, this was not on the list, but since it's there, let me share it with you. All right, Backgrid. So this person is commenting on this. That was on my last video. That's me searching for that other tweet so I could take screenshot to share on my community board. So I stumbled on it, you see, 22 minutes ago, and then I happened to I respond to it. So let's get to it. All right, Backgrid make the same mistake the British tabloids make. They think cases are won in the court of social media. They will soon find out that the Sussexes have never lost a case in the court of law. I'm sure their lawyers understand what the First Amendment is, so carry on. Okay, so let's go into it. This is good. This is my comment, and there's some other comments here. All right. There's me here responded. They just handed Harry and Meghan a 5th anniversary gift. Now the capital of the world is involved. Tweet strike. You know, I wanted to say you out, but I left it like that. First speech leaving the UK to meet Archie and Meghan in Canada.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option. What I want to make clear is, we're not walking away. And we certainly aren't walking away from you. Our hope was to continue serving the Queen, the Commonwealth, and my military associations, but without public funding. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible. I've accepted this, knowing that it doesn't change who I am or how committed I am. But I hope that helps you understand what it had come to, that I would step my family back from all I have ever known, to take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life. I was born into this life, and it is a great honour to serve my country and the Queen. When I lost my mum 23 years ago, you took me under your wing. You looked out for me for so long, but the media is a powerful force. And my hope is one day our collective support for each other can be more powerful, because this is so much bigger than just us.
Second, open interview.
Didn't you have an expectation that you're going to have to lose privacy?
Well, it's 2 things here.
That's part of the deal.
2 things here. I think everyone has a basic right to privacy. Basic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking about anything that anybody else wouldn't expect. So if you're at work and you have a photograph of your child on your desk and your coworker says, "Oh my gosh, your kid's so cute. That's fantastic. Can I see your phone so I can see all the pictures of your child?" You go, "No, this is the picture I'm comfortable sharing with you." And then if they double down and say, "No, but you already showed me that one, so you have to show me everything." You know what? I'm just going to hire someone to sit in front of your house or hide in the bushes and take pictures into your backyard because you've lost your right to privacy because you shared one image with me. Mm-hmm. That's sort of the flawed argument and this operating mechanism that they're confusing people to think. I think life is about being able to share our stories and share parts of our lives that you're comfortable with. There's no one who's on Instagram or social media that would say, because I shared this one picture, that entitles you to have my entire camera roll. Go ahead, look through it. No one would want that. So it's about boundaries and it's about respect. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy.
Third, New York City, baby. The world will know and understand what Harry and Meghan was talking about. NYPD and possibly the FBI may get involved. What I mean by this is that Harry and Meghan have been stating why they left the UK. All right, but they keep on chasing them. It's not about privacy. There is a boundary that needs to be respected.
Chance my arm with a cheeky question. A bit like your mother, you are pursued every minute of every day by lots of people trying to take photographs, videoing, recording what you're saying, pushing. How can you possibly have a private life?
Cheeky question. You're right, that is a cheeky question. But Andrew, to be honest with you, sadly, that line between public and private life is almost non-existent anymore, and we will continue to do our best to ensure that there is the line. You know, we are completely aware that we're in a very privileged position, and I will spend the rest of my life, you know, earning that privilege and trying to bring a spotlight onto things and causes that really matter to me, and I hopefully matter to a lot of other people as well. Everyone has a right to their privacy, and you know, a lot of the members of the public get it, but sadly in some areas there is this sort of incessant need to find out every little bit of detail about what goes on behind the scenes. It's unnecessary. You know, I hope that people get to see me here in this Invictus role, you know, cracking on with the guys and mucking in and having a good time with them. And this is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing, but the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
They will not respect it, so that's that. Okay, they never won a case either. Okay, I don't. What did Meghan want in the UK? What's going on? What is it? Whatever. Okay, I don't need to counter that. Go ask your bankrupt paparazzi agency and the British tabloid. Google is your friend. There's all of that. Okay, so that was not on the list, but let's go to what I added. There's Omid. It popped up and I went to read it and I was like, what the hell is Omid talking about? Okay, so this is Omid. It's got to be meth, right? Crack, delusion. Also, shame on whichever goon wrote this for suggesting that US Weekly article was dodgy. It was a news report written with Kensington Palace's guidance and on the record, quote. There's that. So this is that. This person wrote, at SQUADDIES, I want to know what the hell is going on that island. Genuine question. This is wild. All right, let's see here. Kate Middleton topless photo published in French magazine. Okay, so that was back in 2012 by Zach Johnson and Omid Scobie. So she wrote to Omid what the hell was going on that. So you could read it. Did the Sussex cheerleaders pile plant Kate Disney jabs? Okay, so why is Omid name is there? So that was back in 2012. Where was, okay. And what's this? People are laughing. So this is what he was making reference to. It got to be meth, right? Crack, delusion. Also, shame on whichever goon wrote this for suggesting that the US Weekly article was dodgy. Okay, I don't know. I didn't even read it. I just saw it popped up. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Next one. You see, I'm hearing my husband sneezing. This is why I like to record early in the morning. Okay, so this is one of the main tweets. Okay, so Busiswa came back and I wasn't aware. Anyway, Sussex Squad, be careful on who you follow. She's untrustworthy. Wait a second. Is that, I think there was, oh God. Now I'm gonna be editing extra because I'm hearing my husband sneezing. Is it the same person? There was some issues where one of the squad was scammed by somebody. Was that her? Where's WHOOPIE, who then believed that happened? Prince Harry and Meghan. Okay, CNN, John Miller, sources inside the NYPD confirmed there was a chase. Police had to stop traffic and get the couple to a precinct for a while to keep them safe. Miller said police described the chase as annoying, inappropriate, and dangerous. Okay, maybe she will believe TMZ since they have accurate understanding of what happened. Her page should be bombarded by what she... Okay, I don't know. As long as she doesn't try to scam anyone out of their money or demand gifts, etc. I don't really care, and hopefully people have learned to be more careful online now. Yeah, that's what I learned. She used to put a lot of tweets, you know, I'm surprised she even put the same... was it not thumbnails? What do you call this? Not caption. Her photos. Okay, guess that's the same photo she used. I don't even remember her actual name on Twitter, but I know what she did. Right? Not sure she followed by a lot of us. I don't want to hear anyone saying that they've not been warned again. That is true. Then folks unfollow a long time ago. In any case, they have been warned. Yeah, that's all. Okay, I'm kind of new to the whole thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Some squaddies, she fake an illness. People donate to her, but turns she lied. Am I right? You're right. That's exactly what happened. When it comes to Twitter, I don't go and do these kind of things. Okay, warning shot fired. Okay, you've got some nerve coming back. That's the squad. Okay, you got some nerve coming back on here after staging a serious illness and soliciting money from trusting people. Sussex squad hasn't forgot. What was it? She used to say that she's going to work, or she's a nurse or something like that. It's been probably maybe a year since I haven't seen her thing when the squad discovered her nonsense. Okay, with over 1,000 followers, I'm here minding my business, unproblematic, and can't hit 200. Hey, it's okay. I don't need a whole bunch of people to follow. I follow the right people, and then I got the right message. Okay, very bold of her to creep back, definitely to be avoided. Okay, I know that she was back, but won't engage and hope she doesn't follow me. I can't deal at all. Okay, she has been back. Someone told me that she came back to Twitter soon after her brief exit when the incident happened. She has been around for a while also. This is the first tweet that I see of her. Alright, but I know the story. It didn't bother me. She didn't scam me. I didn't fall for it, so it's all good. Next tweet. Okay, so this one I saw. Okay, after Princess Diana's death, where millions of these Brits pretended to be shocked and had their press in horror after the disaster Brexit, which will hurt their lives for decades to come, these same Brits still buy the tabloid lies daily. Conclusion: Brits are unable to manage the truth. Wow. Okay, so she retweeted James O'Brien. Brexit lies and nonsense spouted in studios, newspapers, and parliament for years were always going to collide horribly with reality. It's happening now. It should be a source of immense shame for the UK media that so much of the electorate is still completely unprepared. Like I said, I was shocked that after the 2020 election in the US, briefly after, could have been 6 months after, or maybe a year later, the UK had their version of election. I was shocked to see the way they voted, because their, what do you call this, the cancer of society, their racism is deep. They truly brainwash them. They cannot see through their problems. And I came across some tweets. I don't share these. What is it? Those politicians, they even put it out that they're cooking up like then the next narrative for people to vote. I think there's an election that's gonna come. Okay, they're cooking up. They didn't put it that way, but that's my way of putting it. They're on the narrative for voters. I mean, they're telling you, it's like reality doesn't exist to these people. You are feeling it, you're going through it, you see who's in office while you're feeling the pain and all of that. You don't need them to tell you any nonsense. Okay, just go through your own experience. How do you feel? Is your life better or worse? And who's doing that? Okay, If this person is in office, is not doing what needs to be done to make your life better, what are you supposed to do? Vote them out. Or you run yourself. Run for the office yourself and try to make things better. But no, they prefer hearing and listening to those people dictating to them how they should vote. I mean, that monumental of brainwashing over there, that power that they have to do this to these people, I wish I had that. But their own experience is out the window. I don't know. This is why I gave up. I don't know what to say about the UK. I thought UK was much smarter than that. And you see, I've been telling on PYTE, the parallel between the US and the UK. Okay, it's the same group of people. Okay, the same group. The Republican or GOP and the US is the same people, same group, same mindset, same bodies, okay, who's running like the Tories. Okay? But what happened is that the US is not as dumb as they think the voters are. They saw what was going on. They need rule of law to implement it. And they did what they had to do despite there was COVID. They stood in line and vote. And they were about to steal the election. But because so many people went out to vote, they couldn't still throw away thousands and thousands of votes. Okay? So let's read some of these. All right. I wonder if some folks actually saw this accident as entertaining drama. Oh my goodness. There's one video I had as the thumbnails. I put Gladiator in the background. It seems like this is the way these people are. They operate. Things that I say vaguely like that, and later on I came to see it's like it's the truth. These people are like freaking savages. They want to see bodies. They want to see blood as long as it's not them. But they can't see, they can't pass through the fact that this kind of experience that somebody else is going through could easily turn on them. They cannot see that. But they love to see people in pain. Okay, I wonder if some folks actually saw this accident as entertaining drama. They will never admit it, but part of me wonder how something that measured the death of a beloved princess could have left some, not all, insensitive to Harry and Meghan's current plight. Did they not learn anything? Like I said, I have another thumbnails where I put, what is it? It was a picture of William and Harry walking behind their mother's coffin, and then at the corner between them I put a picture of some people crying. Right in front of it, to somewhat obscure their faces, I put fakers. Okay, full fakers. They don't remember any of this, none of that, including one of Diana's son.
That BBC employees lied and used fake documents to obtain the interview with my mother, made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia.
They forgot all of that. They took money instead of doing the right thing. Or should I say, he took money. But the youngest, this is the thing that's so amazing about this. The youngest have more common sense than the rest of those adults. When you hear Harry speaks, it's like, my goodness, it's just pure brilliant. Okay, in the Obama Foundation, when Melody Hobson was interviewing Harry, where he said something like he would think that people who live in this earth 30, 60 years would have more common sense than younger people. You would have thought that as you grow, you have more knowledge and experience, but no.
I get all of my passion, inspiration and energy from young people. And that is from the ages of 6 or 7 in the Caribbean, when you get a 6-year-old turning around to you and telling you exactly how much damage your country and the developed world is causing them, all the way to 28, 30-year-olds who at some point in their life have already a better understanding of duty and service than I ever did at that age. Because it's all about giving back. So yeah, I think that, look, lots of people say that, oh, your job of traveling the world is wonderful. Of course it's wonderful. But when we get sent to some countries, we don't always get to see the beautiful parts. We're always there trying to deal with some of the issues, but also doing everything we can to bring people together to make change, to make positive change. And And it's an absolute joy and a privilege to meet the younger generation of change makers across the world who genuinely believe in the fact that they, as a single person and as a group and as a community and as a nation, not only can change their country, but can change the world as well. And that is what keeps me going on a day-to-day basis. We all know the issues that are out there, with the climate and the environmental issues. And I don't want to say it's refreshing, but it is nice to know that kids that young have an appreciation and understanding greater than some of the people who have been on this planet for 60, 70 years. I think without credit, I've been a pessimist many times because of the work that we end up doing. You can be surrounded by negativity sometimes. But as I said just now, the younger generation of the world has turned me into an optimist because they are the best connected, the most passionate generation that I think that we've ever had. And what we need to do is be able to create a platform so that they can be heard, because they have the solutions to some of the world's biggest problems.
I was actually going to ask you that because my sense would be that you've seen a lot of things up close. So you've seen miracles and you've seen great sadness. I mean, you go to a famine. Most of us read about one. And so you can see some things that perhaps none of us could really understand the scale or the breadth of the devastation up close. And you're saying that young people are the ones that keep you motivated to do this work. Why do you think young people are often so underestimated by society? Why do you think that 6-year-old voice or that 10-year-old voice or that 15-year-old voice is not treated the same way as that 60-year-old voice?
Because that's the way it's always been. Before social media, before internet, before the way that everybody was connected in a positive way, it was always presumed, this is my take on it, which may be very wrong, but I think the presumption was always the longer you spend on this planet, the more experience and the more knowledge that you have. Fine, I think we all agree that the longer you're around for, the more experience you have. But what kind of a world are we going to end up being part of if we don't listen to the younger generation who have all the solutions? They're better connected than ever before, and because of the connectivity, they have the opportunity and the ability to be able to fix problems in a quarter of the amount of time that anybody else of previous generations was able to do over a 10, 15, 20-year period.
Those older people are poisoning the younger mind. My goodness. Okay, agree. Please put some in front of Brits. I manage the truth just fine. Some of them. Okay, sure, I should have been less radical, but some. Sometimes when I'm doing my thing, because the thing is that from the outside, okay, from the outside, because the people who have the mic, who make the loudest noise, okay, make it seems like, okay, I'm not saying it's all, but it does make it seems like it's the entire UK. And this is why I say many Brits, okay, need to speak out. Let people know you're not part of this mess. Okay, like this one says here, and many times I will say, I will cut myself and say, okay, I take some, let's say if I'm trying to generalize the entire country, and then I cut myself saying the generalization of the entire country, and I'll say, oh, some, okay, so she's right, okay, but from the outside, it does make it seems like it's the entire country, okay, but some. It's not the right term. A majority will have been the right definition. Brexit wouldn't happen if a majority have voted yes. So yes, a majority of people by the right-wing press lies. Yeah, I agree with her. Okay, there are something deeply wrong with that country. Hey, look at this. The video that's out now. I did it, I don't know, a while back, but it happened to come live today. A very disturbing island. Okay, the UK is very disturbed. Something is not right over there. Okay, that's the way that I titled it. Sometimes it's hard to come up with a name for a title for the video, because I don't want to, how would I say that, clickbait people into things. I want you to have an idea what you're gonna listen to. Make reference to the things, and even the image, make a reference to what's in the video. Okay, and sometimes I just don't have time to make thumbnails. Lately I've been leaving a lot of videos without thumbnails, and when I feel like making thumbnails, I go back and make thumbnails. But yeah, a very disturbing island. Look at this, is like psycho people, and I put the map of the country, psycho. All right, so the UK has a problem. When you look at, for instance, every common sense people that stays, that wants to work or who's part of the firm, okay, the firm don't like it. Okay, you're too normal for them. Instead, they drive you to a point where you go crazy, and they label you as crazy because you're not falling in the same psychotic behavior. Look at Princess Diana, look at Harry and Meghan. Okay, 3 prime example. All right, so let's finish read and then move to the next one. Okay, there's something deeply wrong with that country. Lies is part of Britain, has been for centuries, and it goes on and on. They will never learn. The royal family, the government, the media, and many of the public said, and they should all be ashamed of themselves. And the thing is that what other country needs to take into consideration, all those bags full of money Charles is taking, okay, people should be very concerned about that. What is it? There's, I think, the Five Eyes, 5 countries that deal with UK, but they are part of the Commonwealth, so they have access with that. But once they somewhat remove themselves as part of the Commonwealth, let's say Canada for instance, they need to be very careful with the UK, with the information that they share with the UK, because in some shape or form, and my humble, my puny little peanut brain, I think they sell those information, okay, to our enemies. When you look at what's happening, how Brexit happened, I have a video. I never put it out because when I edited it, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to defend that? Because I have so much opinion there. And I talk about religion. I talk about how certain things were shifting. Okay, I think I still have the thumbnails. I remember what I call the thumbnails of it. I never put it out, and the purpose of me keeping it was to somewhat put it on Patreon where people watch it, but I never did Patreon. What I say in that video is that the shift with what happened with the what was it? I think Facebook. There's a term for it. What was the thing? Where they get information through voters and how they manipulate the system and all of that. And I even say who started it, and they learn from that person. Many of you will never guess who started it, but what these people did, who were paying attention to what worked, they put it on steroid. And then that's how Brexit happened. I'm not gonna say it until when I feel comfortable to put that video out. It's probably maybe 2 or 3 years video. Okay, I'll put the thumbnails of it. I remember the thumbnails, but never put it out. And the thing is that they manipulate people's brain, and when there is hate, they know what fuel people. They know what fuel people to get them to understand or vote the way that they want. The racism. Okay, but anyway, let's leave that alone, because I don't even want to repeat what I said, so I don't say I'm not gonna put this video out. Okay, Brits love their tabloids junk. Brits are accomplices in this manhunt. Their favorite entertainment show. Yeah, and this is what I said. This is the gift. The chase that happened in New York, this is the gift that they give Harry, because now they get serious law enforcement. Because when you look at in the UK, when there is a serious thing that needs to be investigated, when it goes back to the main source after they do their investigation, and then they see who's the main culprit behind it, guess what? Nothing to be seen. Oh, there's nothing, or their investigation come to nowhere. Perfect example, what happened to Prince Andrew and all of that. But now they bought it. This is the thing. They bought it into the US. Now you have NYPD, and possibly, maybe, FBI might get involved because of the chase and the thing that Harry is going through. So it's like a world kind of thing that's going on. They're gonna find the culprit of it. Once it goes, when they connect the dot and they see it's beyond just what's happening in the state, then the FBI might get involved, okay, to get further information to connect the dot. Okay, so that's the gift that I think they gave Harry, because Harry was doing all of this on his own, privately, as a citizen. Okay, but as soon as he came to the US and they chased him, other people's lives were at risk, they hit other cars, they did all of that, and then you see the narrative that already went out as soon as it happened. They claim he's exaggerating, he's this never happened. I think even in The View, now that I'm learning more about it, I already edited that video where Whoopi Goldberg was saying stuff that Harry was exaggerating, all of that. The mainstream media already caught the narrative that they want to put in people's head. But meanwhile, Harry and Meghan are doing the hard work in the background to get to the bottom of this. And this is how they change people's mind. Okay? When the thing first came out, the same thing with the bullying. Okay? They speak it to the rooftop, their voice, everybody around the world hear about the bully. But when they get to the nitty-gritty of things, you don't hear a damn thing from them. And then they're calling Harry and Meghan liars. Okay? Because the first thing that came out, that's what's in people's head. Alright? So we should know about this cycle of things. Alright, let's see, what did I... Okay. Let's go to the next tweet. This is why I didn't really want to cover the things right away, because now more things is coming out, because it was very disturbing. Okay, it took my energy out. Okay, the chase and everything like that. All right, next tweet. What's more alarming is the same pap agency, Backgrid, has direct link with the British tabloid. Okay, they chase him and his wife out of the country. Why the heck are they harassing Meghan in her own country? That Piers Morgan, who literally told her to get out of the UK, well, he didn't say it like go back to America and all of that.
Piers, if you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
He's pretty much, how will I say that? He's doing something he probably don't even know. He probably doesn't even know that he's doing that, because the thing that they doing to Harry and that they were doing to Harry and Meghan in the UK, it would be hard for other people to understand Harry and Meghan, because everybody in the UK are on the same page. Okay, the same narrative is like a mind control over there. So as soon as he told Meghan to go back to America and they agree, now different views, different brain cells are involved into looking what's happening. More people are starting to understand Harry and Meghan, and that's what just happened in the in New York. All right, and we have to say thank you to him, because if they had leave him alone and they only kept their nonsense in the in the UK, that will not have it happen. And I think that first trip that they wanted to happen in, Charles and Camilla wanted to go to France to do their first trip, and then that sort of stuff. In my humble opinion, my peanut brain, they all are connected. But thank God the people... I did send one video. I think Princess Diana worked her magic to prevent that from happening. To prevent that from happening, the trip from happening, because if it did, a lot of things could have been discussed over there. But they took it to the US. Hey, let Diana do your thing. Just do your thing. I think she's doing her thing where people cannot touch her, cannot do anything. She's making it be seen, and people will know the truth. All right, let's see here. Did I finish it? Okay. Yeah, they chased Meghan in her own country. Let's see the screenshot. Okay, photo and videographer, Backgrid London. Okay, so they in the UK as well. April 2019 to July 2022, 3 years, 4 months. Press photographer and videographer featured in Mail Online, The Sun, Daily Mirror, Metro, OK Magazine, Cosmopolitan, Heat, Closer, and more. I mean, they're all the same. They give different names, but they're all the same. They're all the same. Okay, Jay Donnelly, photographer, probemedia.com, LinkedIn. Oh my God. The squad are doing their own investigation. New York, United States, probemedia.com. I carry out work for clients around the world. I am commissioned for surveillance. Wow. Covert assignment, and I'm based in New York. Wow. The squad are doing the work for them. All right, so let's go back to this. This is where it started. Okay, remember when Prince Harry asked to see a photo of Princess Diana slumps over, lifeless in the back of a smashed up car? And even her last moment, she was photographed. No wonder Harry and Meghan demand the photo taken of them in a dangerous car chase. Yeah, he's gonna do his thing here, because there were there's eyewitness who say some of the things that happened, but the mainstream media called them a liar. But eyewitness, people on the ground, say it did happen. So they need that for evidence. Okay, also with US tabloids and media all over the world, it's an agency. That's what they do, even if we do not approve of the job. It's the way they do it. The chase should not have been happen. You see, when Harry, okay, let's say on Tuesday, when they got out of the car, the SUV, to go into the building, you take as much picture as you can want. It's fine. And then when they got out of the building, go into the car, first it was Miss Doria, and then Harry and Meghan went. Okay, guess what? Take as many pictures as possible. The moment the car door shut, that's where everything stopped. That's where everything stopped. Nobody should be chasing them. The public moment has done, is completely over. They are in their private setting inside the car, even though they're riding, they're driving in public space. Once they're inside the car, the vehicle, private. Okay, even police cannot, you know, without a warrant, to get into your car, without a warrant. Okay, and they have to ask you permission to see certain things. That's my understanding of certain things. I could be wrong. But the minute Harry and Meghan, Miss Doria got into the SUV, there should not be any chase anymore. You could take as many pictures as you want. They're on the sidewalk, they're walking in any public place, but do not chase them. Okay? Because lives of other people, pedestrian, other citizen who's minding their own business, should not get involved in this. All right? So that's that. I'm not going into that. What did that say? Harry and Meghan demand agency hand over car chase images. Backgrid picture firm reject request to provide copies of photos and video taking on Tuesday in New York. Guess what? Once the NYPD get involved, they want to see what's happening. All they need to do, go to a court and ask the judge, this is what happened. Explain to the judge, this is what happened. We need to investigate. We need a warrant. That's all. And if the judge agree, hey, they have no choice but to do that. All right, next tweet. And then there's a lot of other videos online that they could show to see certain things. This one was supposed to be on my last video. For some reason, I skipped it while I was searching for that tweet, and I stumbled and I was like, I don't remember recording this, so I put it back on here. All right, so this is the next tweet. Yes, when will this madness be enough? He have suffered enough by the hand of the tabloid journalists. Let's not forget those to call royal expert. We love you, Harry and Meghan. And the thing is, what I think they were trying to prove, which went really backfired, is to say, okay, because Harry's in court with them in the UK, it's to say that the same thing that happened in the UK can happen anywhere. Okay, but when you listen to New Yorkers, all sort of people talking about it, this doesn't happen. They see a lot of celebrities. You don't see people chasing celebrities. They see you, you see them, you say hi. There was one time I went to Barnes and Noble. That's the one in 18th Street. I think it's closed. I went there to buy some books or whatever, and I saw this actor. What's his name? I don't remember his name, but he's in a lot of movies. Sometimes he play bad guys or whatever. I don't even know his name for me to even search his name. But I spoke about him in one of my videos, either here or PYTE, probably PYTE. I saw him, he saw me, he was with his baseball cap. I saw him, he saw me. I give him a nod, like, I see you, this kind of thing. I know who you are, and I didn't make a big fuss. You could see he's trying to be discreet. So why will I go and make commotion and make all those people who was in front of him, behind him, who didn't care whether he was there, and once they realize who he is, so they don't go and bother him. You could see he was indiscreet, trying to get the book and get the hell out of there. I saw him, but I didn't say anything. I just nodded at him, give him a side eye. That's all. All right, so let's listen to that. So yeah, my point for bringing this is that the point what they were gonna try to prove in the UK, not Harry, the tabloid, they were gonna say, look, what usually happen in the UK can happen anywhere. Look in New York City and all of that, but it backfired, and all this stuff, the commotion, and they already spread their nonsense on the rooftop. You know, the mainstream media, to say Harry is lying. I think Harry didn't even put a statement out yet. Okay? You know, but anyway, let's listen to that. 45 seconds. I'm sorry, I'm going to put screenshot, but just listen to the audio, okay?
Very, very hard to move fast in New York. But taking this at face value, just think a little bit about what it means. When you remember how Prince Harry's mother, Diana, died on the streets of Paris, fleeing paparazzi in just the same way, then it's hard to begin to imagine what that must have felt like for Harry, or Meghan, or her mother, Doria, who was with them in the taxi. He has been spied on and pursued all his life. The people who do this, trying to sell pictures to the papers who think the rest of us want them, do we? Really? Do we really? Are revolting individuals, and any publication which touches their corrupt wares deserves, in my view, to be blacklisted.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, let's read some of the comment. Question: how could the Mail and the Express get pictures to those tabloids so fast? Unless they were in direct contact with those goons during the chase. Allegedly. It won't surprise me at all if this paparazzi wasn't their guy. Yeah, the squad called it out the same day. Okay, fleeing cameras, have you heard yourself? In the Ukraine, they flee bullet and bombs such as Markle. This is a complete different things. Okay, there's different branch of stuff. Okay, nobody's talking about war zone or whatever. We've seen what happened already. There's a perfect example. Harry's mother. When you are being chased, you don't want to be chased. This is the thing, the state of mind. This is why sometimes you don't bother people. Like I said a few minutes ago about that actor that I saw in Barnes & Noble. Yes, he was in public, but you could see the state of mind that he was. He wants to get his book, get the hell out of there, and go read his book. Right? Not everybody wants to be bombarded with fan and all of that. Yes, you need to be nice and everything like that, but not everybody wants to be in that space all the time. Harry gave them the time that they needed to get the picture. That's coming from the building into his car, right? And out of his car into the building for the award show. That was it. Okay, the minute that is over, they are in a different state of mind. Either parents mode, family mode, or whatever. They're not in business mode anymore. They're done with. They just want to get to their children or wherever places they were going to go, and then slowly wind down and relax and talk about the night at home and whatever. They don't want to be bombarded by that. So nobody's talking about Ukraine. Okay, and that's so sad for those people of Ukraine, but this is not Ukraine. Thank you. Yeah. All right, that's it. Thanks so much. And also, one of the things that I've said, putting everything in full perspective. As horrible this experience for Harry and Meghan and Miss Doria, it is very horrible. Now, they all three got a sense, okay? All three have a full first experience what Princess Diana went through. But the best thing is out of this, two things. One, they are safe. They got the experience, and now the proper people is involved, because this is something Harry and Meghan were dealing on their own, with their own money, do their own investigation, get their lawyers and whatever it may be. But now there is law enforcement, NYPD, and possibly FBI involved, because they were crashed. You hear people saying, eyewitnesses, you don't hear it on the mainstream media, eyewitnesses saying parked cars were run over by, well, not completely run over, were crashed by the paparazzi who were in their unmarked SUVs on those parked cars. People on motor scooters, they other people, eyewitness said that, and Harry or spokesperson have said that. Okay, but they brush it off saying Harry was lying. Even Whoopi Goldberg was saying, I don't think Whoopi says he was lying, but minimize, okay, Harry and Meghan's experience and Miss Doria. When in fact it did happen, eyewitnesses say it happened. But the media want the vast to see something completely different. Okay, well said, Andrew. It should be outlawed anywhere. Okay, anyone caught taking pictures this way should be prosecuted. Any media outlet, be it press or news, etc., buying pics taken this way should be fined heavily for the practice of publishing these pics. Okay, you can drive quite fast in New York. It depends on where you are. Secondly, in New York, there is speed limit. I think the most, not even 40. Not even 40. I don't drive often in New York. Well, I don't like to drive at all. I don't know, the speed limit on local street, I don't even, it could be 20. It should not be fast because there's so many people. And I spoke about this, how they're trying to reduce traffic in New York, where they put they change the lanes, they put seating arrangement on the street and all of that. So they change it, trying to reduce traffic in New York. And then I think there's gonna be certain part in Manhattan where you have to pay a certain fee to get through, so to prevent people from getting around those areas. Okay, you can drive quite fast in New York. It depends on where you are. Secondly, you don't get to tell someone how they feel or should feel. Shocking. I guess when you were ill, no one told you how you feel. Right, Daily Mail and Daily Express were the only rags who posted the taxi drive pictures online. They had like 15 pics of Harry and Meghan at the New York event already on their website. Why did they need Pap's pics of them leaving the event? And you could hear in one of the videos where they're telling the others where the car went. You know, after the police followed them or whatever, you hear the other one saying, they're going this way, they're going that way. Okay, telling, I guess they have different people in different corners to see where they are going. Okay, why did they need Pap's pics of them leaving the event? Did they order those Pap's pics? Something smells fishy. That's exactly that. They wanted to use that experience not only to cause harm to them, but also to give example in court to say, look, if it happened in the UK, it can happen in you know, anywhere around the world. But it backfired because everyone in New York City, not everyone, majority of people who work and live in Manhattan tells you they see celebrities all the time. You don't see them bombard them like that. Okay, I never thought that I would hear this from this man. I know. Well said. I could not agree more. Okay, wow, thank you, whoever you are. It's just nice to see that there is still an morally decent human being left in the United Kingdom willing to defend Harry and Meghan. Well, I don't know who this guy is, but appreciate him. All right, so there's that. Next tweet. Oh my god, I do not want to make another video for today. I want to finish with what I've had. Okay, this is an article. This is where I was supposed to start this video, but I've added so many other things before that. Okay, this is an article worth clicking on for a change, as it lay out the facts and connects the dot. More of these, please. Okay, Vanity Fair. So I'm gonna go in it. Maybe I'll read it and leave the leave the link in the description. All right, let's see here. Meghan tried to celebrate her post-royal life and style, but she can't shake the royal attention. Oh, I have to buy this. Okay, where do I say no? Continue reading with Vanity Fair for membership and a free tote. Okay, can I see it through that? Okay, let's see what they say here. I'll leave the link anyway if you guys want to read it on your own, whatever. Though she became the Duchess when she married Prince Harry 5 years ago this week, we've continued to call her Meghan Markle ever since. But it wasn't until an outing in Manhattan this week that we saw that woman again. The one we used to see filming suit in Toronto, posting on red carpet during Fashion Week and posting selfies on Instagram. And a staple of gold Johanna artist dress and barely the stiletto sandal, she accepted a Woman of Wisdom award, and with Miss Foundation, for women from her friend Gloria Steinem on Tuesday. Okay, so that's all I could see. So like I said, I'll leave the link. I don't want to buy it because I don't read that all the time. Okay, so I'm sure people will put screenshot. So that's all I could read. Otherwise I have to what is it, $8? Nah, I don't read that often. So the link will be in the description. Okay, fantastic article, very well written, and she checks all the boxes and left nothing out. Okay, this was a good article. Thank you for sharing it. I've personally backed off from Vanity Fair for a few reasons. One being their Harry and Meghan coverage, but this particular article seems fair reporting. Okay, wow, excellent piece by Erin. She said it all, and a well-written article. Thanks for sharing. Let's see if anybody put. Okay, so everybody pretty much like there's no screenshot. All right, so you could look in the description. The thing will be there. I can't read it. Okay, and I don't want to buy it. Let me see if I click join. What happened next? Okay, get digital access. Okay, nah, that's good enough for me. Ah, what the hell? I just pressed back. No, there it is. I was like, what the hell? Then I was gonna read it for free. Next tweet. Okay, regroup squaddies. The racist press did what they do best. They trying to exhaust us, run us in circles, divide and conquer. We will never get baseline, bench or sidetracked ever again. I don't know what she's talking about because I wasn't. It was very depressing, I would say. It was very depressing because I told you on video 1, or maybe in this video as well, where I said after I did that music video where she walked into the building, and when she was leaving, those pictures that I got and did the video, after I did that video that same night, my energy level was completely drained out. I don't know what it was. I couldn't function. It's not like I was sleepy. I just could not function. I don't know if it's the chase that was happening, my inner being was, I do not know. I cannot explain. I explained to the best of my ability in video 1. Okay, I cannot explain. I went to bed. I noticed about the chase when I got up the following day. I mean later on in the day, because it was already in the night. I read some of the comments under the video that came live that day, and someone mentioned about the chase, and I was like, what chase? That's how I was aware of a chase. Okay, and then after that I started reading, and then for some reason I was putting prayers out. Read the caption. I was putting prayers out, whatever, and then once my inner being, my energy somewhat calm, and I got it, and I was like, it just needed to get the proper people involved, NYPD and possibly FBI involved. Okay, and I truly believe that's what my inner being, my energy was disturbed. I can't function, and I have so many things to edit for you guys, a lot of things to edit for you. And this is why I like to record on the day the things are happening, but that day I could not edit it. Maybe later on, or maybe I don't know. I'll see if I did record on the 17th. Whatever I recorded, that's what that was. Okay, I don't feel no way tired. I don't feel no ways tired. I've come too far from where I started. Nobody told us that the road would be easy. Exactly. And I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. Alright, fired up and ready to go. So there's the squad sort of regroup. Okay, fired up, ready to go. And there's me here. I avoid Twitter. I got what I wanted, then bounce. I create a video, highlight Meghan's work. I highlight part of the Tuesday event. I need to do a video why she received the reward. I remove myself at their joy. Okay, the joy is that the pain that Harry and Meghan was going to. Put a couple of prayers on my YouTube community board. Okay, all is well. Okay, I don't know, YouTube, Twitter don't give me enough character to write my thoughts, so I have to write in things like that. Okay, Jessica, 23rd Gracie Award, ready. Okay, there's that. All right, so let's go back. So the squad are just reminding each other, look, the fight is not easy. We just need to keep at it.
When I lost my mum 23 years ago, you took me under your wing. You looked out for me for so long, but the media is a powerful force.
Okay, I saw my Harry and Meghan supportive tweet with Gladiator after Meg said Olivia Pope is the toughest female role and her team called themselves Gladiators. So if anyone feels like adding some support, please do so. This tweet. Alright, so let's get going. Okay, since this one is there, let me read it. Case squaddies who attend event where Harry and Meghan are present should use their phones to take pictures or videos of the pack of paparazzi. That's a very good. In case anything is afoot, the pictures can be given to authorities for identifying purposes. That's a very good point. So there were some squaddies there. While you there, take pictures of people around you. Alright? And then when something happened, then you could say, here, there's the picture. Alright? Next tweet. Bethenny Frankel was Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's drastic car chase. Oh, she's at it again? She's at it again. Okay, so it's a screenshot. I don't know what she said, but whatever. Was it all just a Netflix production? During the chase in New York, Meghan and Harry are said to have had their own film crew with them, allegedly on behalf of Netflix streaming platform. What? What the hell? Unfortunately, your doctorate doesn't suit you well. Oh, what the... Who is that? Okay, if you can dream. Okay, if this is a true doctor, I don't know. It seems like when it comes to Harry and Meghan, everybody's brain just leave them, their common sense out the window. Okay, what's going on? She asks, is Mr. McGill and Elmo, who were their publicists, is someone control the beast? Guess what? They could laugh now, but the real work is happening. Okay, the real work is happening. In my humble opinion, the thing that happened in New York, as hard and horrific the experience was, the best thing is they come out alive, and then they got the experience for a law enforcement to get involved. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, here is Bethenny, the self-made billionaire, businesswoman, property developer, etc. Everything Meghan wished. Nah, Meghan. What makes you think Meghan wanted to be a property developer? What makes you think that? She does what she wanted. There's the take. She was about food, wine, and that, and she wrote about it. She's about different, whatever. Woo, those derangers. If she wants to do that, she have the money to do that. This one I saw that was very interesting. This is about WHOOPIE. WHOOPIE, I pity you. When you witness a man protect his black family to the very end of the earth, it must hurt you very bad. Obviously, you wish someone did that for you. It must suck your godless soul, because how can you gaslight a motherless kid to such extent? Pitiful adult. I saw some of the view, what she said. I don't know to the extent. I don't remember everything she said. I don't know. I did the video already. It's up. But look at Harry. My goodness. It looks so cute here. There's the smirk. He was paying attention. For some reason, the same mentality that I see Harry has, you know who has it in the royal family? Edward's son, for some reason. Okay? I don't know. There's something special with Edward's son. I'm not gonna get him involved in this. Okay, I'm sick of the view. I never watch it anymore. Okay, it outlasts its time, and it's not a very smart and insightful show these days. What she said about the situation was shameful. And I think she was going by the very first encounter, where maybe the UK media, you know, the UK media did what they do best, to put their narrative out in front. I think that's what she was going by. I could be wrong, but this is what I think WHOOPIE was going by. The narrative that the UK was doing. The same way you see how they did the bullying, it spread like wildfire. Everyone around the world already knew it. But when they came to the result of the investigation, did you hear anything? No. So I think Whoopi Goldberg was going by that. I did make some commentary of what Whoopi said. The only person who made sense was Sonny. Alright? But I think Whoopi was going with that wildfire kind of thing. But full thing, the full detail of what happened that night did not fully come out. Okay, now we know. I've come across videos where people who saw what happened, you know, say whatever Harry have said did happen. Even TMZ have said that too. I watched the clip with her speaking on it, and all I could see is just how bitter and pitiful her life must be to make fun of a situation like that. Okay, she's pitiful. Maybe I didn't see all of it, but the clip that I saw, I don't know. Okay, I remember the day Harry was born, and then watch him grow up to be such a adorable child, and then the tragedy happened, and watch him to be so troubled for so many years until he found the love of his life and gained happiness. Those who hate him are indeed soulless. Okay, and God bless. That's for sure. Okay, Whoopi is jealous because all the white men she had slept with in Hollywood, she still didn't find what Meghan had with Prince Harry. Because it wasn't real love, she can't take it out on Meghan every chance she get. Whoopi Goldberg is very unattractive and she is jealous. Okay, I don't want to talk about love. Okay, that's a perfect word, unattached. Okay, beautiful boy, now man. His mom raised him white. Okay, for that 12 years she was with him. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. When it comes to beauty, I have to skip that. This one I find it very funny. Okay, Harry and Meghan's New York City car chase happened because they were too cheap to pay for a hotel. What that has to do with the chase? Was the chase happening in the hotel? My goodness, their common sense or logic of thing is unbelievable. So if he was staying in a hotel, expensive hotel, the chase will never happen. And I have a feeling the reason they probably didn't stay in a hotel, maybe, okay, you know how everybody wants to make a little bucks, extra bucks, all right? So the front desk or people who knows that they're staying there don't call the paparazzi to say this is where they are. Okay, so they could do whatever they want. They could do whatever they want. All right, there's me here responding like an hour ago. I like the way they think. Sometimes you gotta be cheap in a city that is so effing expensive. Save the dough for security. That's what I say. All right, they stay with their friend. I expect they had their babies too, where they could feel more comfortable. Okay, tell your employer who is currently sued for phone hacking and criminal activities by Prince Harry and 1,000 others to prepare to face the court. There is evidence that he can't even deny. I hope Dominion has left enough money to pay the financial damage. Alright, here is the full story. What is that? Okay. Alright, sound about right. This is brilliant. Free speech is bunker. Harry Winston. Okay, whatever. Alright, let's see here. Who is that? Brian Allen. Okay, Prince Harry and Meghan involved in near catastrophic car chase with paparazzi in New York, spokesperson said. The incident came after the couple attended an award ceremony in New York on Tuesday. Meghan's mom, Doria Ragland, also attended the event per NBC. Okay, London. Prince Harry and his wife Meghan, Sussex, were involved. Okay, so why is it repeating? Prince Harry and his wife Meghan, mother. Okay, they're repeating the same thing. Never mind. Next tweet. If you see what's there, that's there. We will see everything eventually in court. They're doing the right thing. Next thing. Next tweet. I'm mad at this effing paparazzi who ruined this beautiful moment. May they root in hell. Okay, happy 5th wedding anniversary, Harry and Meghan. Alright, so there's that here. I think I responded 9 hours ago. So 2 people like it. Alright. At first I was very upset when I heard about the chase. After thinking about it, it was a blessing in disguise. Now they have NYPD and possibly the FBI involved looking into things they were doing privately. Due to health and safety of the public, law enforcement is involved to help them even deeper than they could have done alone. Okay, the GIF that I put is what is it? What's the first one? See the positive side of it. Someone was responded to that and I put them in this place. That person had a UK flag in it and I was like, English is not my primary language, but you seem to not understand your comprehension. Right, what did I say here? Possibly we here, possibly the FBI, definitely NYPD. Okay, I didn't put the D here. NYPD is involved. FBI, maybe if they see, once they start connecting the dot, it moves out of New York jurisdiction, maybe the FBI will probably get involved. Okay, felt very same. and it was intended to do that. Okay, look at their smile. They had such a nice night out. Heartbreaking. I have Harry and Meghan sue all the trash tabloid and paparazzi. You said it right. There's that. Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing in disguise. Why? Another reason why is a blessing in disguise, because when you look in the UK, I think I said it already, when they do investigation, when they get to the point where they realize is the elite people, okay, all that connect to some sort of a elite people. This is where they have the classism over there. Once it reach one of the elite people, that's where everything die down. Okay, nothing to see here. You don't see anything. Look at the Prince Andrew investigation. Okay, nothing to see here. But meanwhile, I mean, they should have learned. Look what happened to Andrew. He tried to challenge to New York, even questioning the Constitution of the of New York. How dare them? I mean, he didn't say it like that. Like, how dare them doing this to me? Look at your Constitution. Da 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 da. Okay, what happened? Eventually, he had to settle. New York will not deal with this BS. All right, so they bring the case right there to New York to do their thing. That's exactly what happened. They didn't learn, and this is why I say it's a blessing in disguise. All right, let's go into that. What did she retweet? There's that. Happy 5th anniversary. Okay, I love this picture. Harry and Meghan, thank you for your love story and your action for good. Since 5 years, you light up the world together. Congratulations. Wonderful, excellent. We send love to you and your family, Doria, Archie, Harrison, and little bit Diana. Have a sunny day. I love them. What we need to pray for, okay? Because Harry and Meghan, this is why I'm telling you, Meghan had to be sent by God for Harry, because Harry will not be able to deal with that with someone who's not strong enough. So Harry met someone who will help him fight the media. Okay, so this Harry's gonna deal with it. What we need to do when we get a chance or when we think of them is to pray they are in that space, the mindset that they need to be, to enjoy life, to enjoy each other's moment, to enjoy their kids' time, and all of that, their friends, this type of thing. This is what life is all about. But when it's time to fight, we pray for them, for their success, to win in the court. All right, they don't need to be on social media. We all see what's happening. All right, next tweet. Okay, so there's this here. It's 27 seconds. And it's gonna be screenshot. Whatever you see here, that's all you're gonna see. But listen to the audio. All right. And I think I put my my version, my video on here. All right. She said Meghan is a sweet person inside and out. It was an honor to meet her. All right. So let's listen. 27 seconds.
I think that is what's going to change the world. I'm constantly saying it won't be our politics. It will be our humanity to change the world. If anybody can change the world and get the world right, yes. I think.
Well, I think if anybody can get the world right, it is you, LaTosha Brown. You are a shero. You know you are a hero of mine because you are out there fighting and grinding to make sure that everybody can vote, that people have this most precious franchise. I love giving people their flowers. I'm handing you.
Okay, this is what we want to see. Look at this. That woman is speaking highly of Meghan based on her experience, and then you have the host really thanking her for the work that, I don't know, I hope UK could learn from, I don't know, how to support other women, and that needs to happen too in the US. There's some, I'm thinking of one politician in particular. We support one another. Okay, so there's me here who dropped my video. Okay, is there a video? I put mine here. Black Twitter lighting the ass of the racist. Okay, not one person that has an ounce of decency has said a bad word about Meghan if they have had a conversation with her. Love it. There's the heart. There's that. Okay, next tweet. I'm almost done. I'm over it. I'm actually an hour. 2 more tweets. Okay, so there's that. There's Professor. Okay, I need to hop on Spottable and a few to have some conversation going because I haven't been in there quite some time. All right, so there's her. Not me celebrating 5th anniversary of this dude being dead wrong. Okay, so let me, okay, so that's where she is on Spottable. Okay, so not me celebrating 5th anniversary of this dude being dead wrong. Alright, she retweeted Dickie Arbiter. I've been called a romantic, but won't subscribe to this latest allegation of a romance when all it is a fling. Yeah, they didn't think it would last. Okay, the effing. Alright, there's that, the love, the heart. Okay, Dickie Arbiter, a romantic, there's the laugh. He looked like a crypt, oh my god, keeper or a white walker, oh my god. You're not alone, there's this, what is that? The guy also amplified Rachel Johnson racist article. Okay, I don't want to read that. Okay, then he also said she wouldn't be HRH. I wonder why he thought it was just a fling. There's this apartheid Dickie, what is it? His daughter who took the money to speak about Meghan when they didn't even see the open interview. Okay, this man left Rhodesia, Zimbabwe following the end of apartheid. He could not bear to live in a country ruled by blacks. Of course. Oh, is that where he was born? I'll look into it. Okay, of course he will have an issue with Meghan relationship. All right, let's move on. Next tweet, and I think this one I shared on my community board last night. There's this here. Didn't you tell your friend Harry to shut up? Now look at you, and that's something. Okay, double amputee veteran dubbed hero by Prince Harry set to lose blue disabled badge after traffic warrant. Okay, wardens complain. What? I don't know who is, but I saw the headline and I thought I'd share it with you. I already shared it. Okay, Ben McBean said he is set to lose his disabled badge. What did he say about about Harry? And there he is here. There's Invictus. I mean, I'm sure Invictus will not turn their backs on him if he come in for help. But you don't know how to appreciate. He did. Glad his karma has come quickly. Oh yes. And he did several paid interviews about Harry regarding Spare. He was really nasty about it. Now look at God. So he did. Wow. Okay, leech and vulture everywhere. It's sad. Soon he will be asking Harry to speak for him. Okay, for him. Okay, they all do that. Alright, hating Meghan Markle is a $1 billion industry. It will never stop. Too many people make a living off of it. So they did. I mean, this is the thing. You don't think of the long run. How is that gonna affect you? Now he probably already spent that money. How did that do for you in the long run? Let me throw this out there. Touch not the Lord anointed. Not saying Harry and Meghan are, but they are sure fulfilling God's desire for all of us by doing good works, showing to the world God's fruits of the Spirit. Can anyone challenge me on that? Show me evidence and I show you facts. One of two. That's what I'm saying. Harry and Meghan put together by God, because of all places, different lifestyle, different set of friends, but for some reason one person know each other and then bam. Okay, and then the way, now that was my narrative, but Harry say how they love encounter to a phone screen, and Meghan wasn't even showing her entire face. It's just her face full with emojis of stuff. He saw through it. Okay, I hope this veteran gets his blue badge, but I hope the feeling of knowing he was played like a plucking fiddle stays with him a while longer. I mean, if he served his time, and I don't know what that blue badge does, if it's help you to, I don't know. I really don't know what that badge is that he lost. But if he served and he earned that blue badge, it should not be taken away from him. But like this person said, at least he'll know the feeling of things. Those people don't care about you. They just want the information to help their cause, but you're just a pawn. And you're doing it for them without your thinking of your own well-being. Okay, ungratefulness is worse than witchcraft. Obie, people who make hateful, negative statement about Harry and Meghan will receive their karma one by one. Harry and Meghan are blessed. That's right. Who Jehovah bless, no man curse. All praise due to the Most High. Well, Ben, maybe follow the own advice you gave to Harry. Okay, your own advice. Okay, he talks smack about Harry. Now Kama is beating him back. Okay, Kama is very busy lady. Okay, cool. There's this. This is the second loss he's taking since he told Harry to shut up. I love this for him. Okay, that's why hated by some evangelical Republicans and royal family, Chucky and Wanks, you should know who Wanks are, as head of church, can't match King Harry and Queen Meghan genuine work of service. Neither Archbishop of Canterbury can fault a work and duty of our faiths. Church of England need to take firm stand for justice, fairness, and Harry and Meghan. It doesn't matter. Okay, this is why you should see past through all those people who claim they are close to God. They just hijacking the religion, but they're hijacking the religion to make you believe on their narrative. Okay, when in fact all you need is talk to the universe. That's it. Talk to the universe will hear you. When you are one squeak, okay, one squeak within the universe, but if all of us keep on squeaking, it makes a lot of noise. The universe will hear. Okay, will hear each and every one of us and pinpoint and say, oh, why so many squeaking voice, and then take time and go one by one. So don't ever underestimate the power of nature, the power of the universe, because sometimes when you really think deep down, you ask yourself, how did we come about? Okay, so something within there. Okay, maybe, okay, now I'm going full cuckoo, cray on you now. Maybe each time humanity, good people, is getting closer to what God wants, the evilness keep on interfering. There's that magnet that I always keep on sharing with you when I come to this type of mentality of things. There's the magnet, which is the universe, trying to bring us together, okay, in a way that I don't know, more peaceful, whatever the universe have in store. Each time we try to get together, we look at President Obama's presidency, people were trying to get together. What did evil do? Evil went to work and tried to disrupt people's state of mind, give them false information, hijack the church, the evangelicals, and pretend they for the veterans. Just look at sequence of things. I'm talking about the people in the United States. When they say, oh, we support the veterans, we support this, we support that. Look at sequence of things. People need to stop and think and say, why these people were telling all of that, and then all of a sudden this is what's happening, where they don't even respect veterans, they don't even respect the rule of law, they don't, all sort of things. People need to stop and think, because now their narrative is no longer working. Now you're getting to the point of what they really want to do. Okay, now that they're in power, we already see how corrupt all phases within the establishment of the United States is corrupt. The Supreme Court is corrupt. The many other places are corrupt. Just look, open your eyes, just look. It was never about black and white, but they use it to further their cause, because we bought it for so much. We think black people's gonna take over the world, Jews are gonna take the world, this and that, whatever the narrative that fits into their cause, they use it. When now that they in power, what they doing? Do they care about white women who may not get abortion? Do they think about your kids not getting gunned down? Look at what happened to Sandy Hook. All those beautiful children gone. Okay, they were put on this earth for a reason, whatever reason it was, maybe to open our eyes. I do not know, because they died for at a young age. Maybe God put them on this earth to open whoever it is, eyes, mind, thoughts, to say, look at those beautiful innocent children die. What are we going to do about it? Look at Uvalde, another prime example. So many examples in the United States. So many examples. I don't know how many examples. Florida, all sort of things to open your eyes. But the establishment, the evildoers, use each moment of time, whatever the noise that they could use to disrupt you. But the racism is the core. They always make sure it's the core of your lack of advancement. Now, don't say we didn't warn you. Education is the key. But now that the GOP is in power, they're removing books, preventing you from learning. And I come across from tweets where, I don't know, they think it's so hype. They're taking their kids out of school. They're not teaching their kids to learn. I don't know what they see from that. Okay? We went from so far to learn to communicate with one another with different form of writing. Before it was what do you call this, hieroglyphic, what is it, the Egyptian form of writing with images, whatever. And then we create alphabets. We do all of this, put those letters together to learn to communicate with one another. This was the thing, the same thing with the magnet, to come together. We need to understand what's going on in our head. But what they're doing, they're disrupting that. Taking books off the shelves, people's experience. We learn something. Let me write a book so the world will know what I've went through, so you don't go through it. What they doing? They don't want you to learn about that. You're gonna repeat the same mistake again. When if you have learned or read that person's book, he went through it already, will you be going through the same thing? You, at least your experience might be slightly different because you are aware of similar situation by reading somebody else's book. Now when you're going through it, you could learn how to jump the hurdle instead of going through it. This is what all communication is all about. But hey, the Republican in the United States said, no, you don't need books. It's not good for your mental well-being. Okay? They make so many mistakes. You're bound to repeat the same mistake. This is a warning for you. And then at some point, when you see who's running the country due to their education, a way of communicate with other people, letting you know how they feel, how they do certain things, now you're gonna be jealous because your lack of education prevent you from being in a certain position. How are you gonna write a letter to somebody when you don't know how to read and write? And when I came across one of those tweets, and I said they're doing the work for us because that's what they wanted us, Black American, to be, not being educated. But for some reason, this is what they see for themselves. So if that's what they want to see, that's fine. But it's not our fault. Okay? Now they will be using all the system we have in place. But the thing is, okay, one thought at a time. They're gonna be using the system that we put in place, like NAACP, to help further the cause to be equality and all of that. So like I think I mentioned what is it, what's that charity, Homeboys Industries, okay, this kind of thing. They're gonna need those kind of things to help them when they start going to jail, because if they're doing unethical things, this is the only place they will be going. But the only difference is that Black people, well, not all, okay, not all, but majority of people, when you come across educated people, they don't think savagery, they think logically. Okay, we are not that savagery for where you will be needing NAACP, because we will be fair with you. Why we will be fair with you? Because we went through it already. We know how heartening it is, how disparaging it is, how painful it is, okay, to prevent you from getting what you want. We are not as savages as that. But the system, whatever African American have put in place to be fair for everybody, it will be there for you. But guess what? You may not need it, because if other groups who have already went through it, their implementation of the law will not be subjected to put you in pain, because we are not that as savage as you. So education is the key. Education is the key. All the nonsense those GOPs are doing, it's hurting you, your group. You think it's for Black people? We're trying to jump those hurdles they're putting on us, unnecessary hurdles. But for some reason, many of you all agree with it. You don't need school, you don't need education, you don't need all of that. Just keep that as a warning, okay? We're not being as savage, or we just want fair election, fair of everything. You go to an office, you apply for a job. If you qualify for it, you get it. Not because of your skin color, not because of this, not because of that, okay? You qualify for it, you get the job, and then you follow the rules of the firm. whatever job you get. All right, that's it. All right, but anyway, I went on. Next tweet. You want to dumb yourself down? That's your problem. But guess what? Other group, other cultures, you could shut the school down, whatever. You don't want certain books. There's the internet, okay? We connect to that. We go to where positive information is. We still get the information. You want to dumb yourself down? By all means, please proceed, like President Obama said. Please proceed.
I certainly do. I think it's interesting. The president just said something which is that on the day after the attack, he went to the Rose Garden and said that this was an act of terror. That's what I said. You said in the Rose Garden, the day after the attack, it was an act of terror. It was not a spontaneous demonstration. Is that what you're saying?
Please proceed, Governor.
I want to make sure we get that for the record, because it took the president 14 days before he called the attack in Benghazi an act of terror.
Get the transcript. Get the transcript.
He did, in fact, sir. So let me call it an act of terror.
Can you say that a little louder, Candy? Say that a little louder, Candy?
He did call it an act of terror. It did as well take 2 weeks or so for the whole idea of there being a riot out there about this tape.
Next tweet, and this is my last one. Okay, kindly take your finger out of my face. I'm glad I put this back. Some people in the comment section didn't get it. There's me here. Oh, where's my comment? Oh, there it is. Okay, it's down there. Context, please. It requires a lot of reading. Spare. That's another thing. Form of communication. She probably didn't read the comment. Didn't read the book. All right, where is it? Let's see here. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was from when William was having a go at Meghan for joking that Kate had a baby brain after having Louis. Apparently, according to William, Meghan wasn't enough of a friend to her sister-in-law to be joking around with her. Kate was offended. All right, let's go back with some of the other comments. There's that. He has been enraged about this. No one has ever taken him to account. Okay, probably never in his life. There's me here responding. Girl, boss move. Send him on his deranged out of her face. Queen shit. Okay, most beautiful princess. Okay, I'm pretty sure William's finger and her face was symbolic of the boner he has for her and his pants. And she told him off. That's why he has a grudge against her now. And now it's in a book. Okay, bear in mind their height difference too. Sis said, "You're not better than me." Yep, that's right. There's this. Kindly keep my name out of your mouth. There it is. They're gonna learn one by one. You know it. It's lucky that wasn't me. Okay, William had been allowed to be as rude, domineering and overbearing as he pleased from childhood on. Yep, look how that moment he walked in that room to meet his mom, and then coming like a tough man, punched Princess Diana between her leg and then put his hand on his hip. This is the age where they should correct them. He's gonna learn the hard way. It's not over. He's gonna learn the hard way. Look what he called his mom. Princess Diana's not done with him. Okay. His karma is coming, and it's by his mom. Okay, his mom told me to deliver that for him. His mom is gonna get him, nobody else. His mom, for what he did, because he's older. He should have understand what Princess Diana went through, but instead he took money to further their cause. His mom is gonna get him for that, don't worry. Okay, William had been allowed. Okay, I read that. Overbearing, must have come as a severe shock that Meghan didn't cower before him. Okay, iconic and eternal. My favorite line, love this iconic queen. They're still not over it, still burns. Okay, boss lady Meghan. Okay, she is gorgeous. And another one, really after assaulting Harry, quote, "You don't need to tell Meghan about this." That is true. That is true. He's afraid of Meghan. That is true. Oh my god, here you are. Okay, where is it? There's it. Another one, really after assaulting Harry, quote, "You don't need to tell Meg about this." William didn't want her to know that she had him so shook he lost control. A queen, here you are. There's that. Oh, you wish had. Right, there's that. We need to stop saying kindly before thanks. Okay, I'll never forget that she had to make this comment to William. By the way, why did William have his finger in her face? Did he think she was going to cower like Kate and take his abuse? Poor Harry felt obligated to take his abuse. Something is wrong with William, unfit to be king. All of them. Abolish the monarchy. Okay, bet Kate was watching Meghan and us standing up for herself, hating Meghan, knowing she doesn't have the guts to do it on the numerous time he's done it to her. Yeah. Okay, now that's a duchess I can respect like a boss. I'm telling you. And Harry let the world know my wife did that to my brother. Even Harry doesn't even do that. You could see, especially in the video, the very first time I saw that video, and it's not even a good version of it, it's a recording of a TV, where Harry and William was looking at some pictures, and they were reminiscing and when they were in school, where Harry felt like, oh, there's my big brother is in the school, he's gonna look after me and all of that. The way Harry said, you see the timid in him, but instead William just ignored him.
Probably one of my first days. First is me turning up thinking I've got my older brother at the school, he'll be looking after me, when in fact he just ignored me. Probably one of my first days. First is me turning up thinking I've got my older brother at the school, he'll be looking after me, when in fact he just ignored me.
And that speaks volume. The body, how do you call this? The body expression of Harry. You could see the timidness or the respect or whatever it is that he has for Harry, where you have to respect, you know, whoever's closer to the throne, this kind of thing. You saw it in his body expression. I think that's the word, expression. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment. Oh, let's do a prayer. Okay, the last prayer that I did was prayer for thank you, Lord, for the gift. Okay, so let's do something else. Prayer for all you have done. That's all that can. Prayer for all you have done. Prayer for all you have done. Whatever it may be you have done. Let's see what popped up. Okay, something came up. Okay, Lord, thank you for what you have done, what you're doing, and what you're about to do. Oh my God. Yes, yes, and yes. Yes. Okay, Lord, I cannot see the big picture, but I believe that you will give me the victory because it is you who is fight for me. Amen. Oh my God, that hits the nail on the head. That's it. That's it. This is it. All right, let's see if I pick another image that hit the nail on the head. I'm going between these three, but the one in the middle, it seems long. I'm trying to avoid it. All right, let's see this. Prayer for you made a mistake. Let's see that. Okay, oh merciful Lord, I made a mess of things. I feel terrible, so foolish. Why does this keep happening to me? Show me, oh Lord, if there is sin in my heart. Give me courage to face my defect and my pride. Forgive me of my sins. Reveal to me when I have been misguided by others and by life. Heal my deepest wound. I do not seek perfection. Instead, I ask for your merciful grace. You are kind and patient with me. Help me to be patient with myself. With the patient part, Harry and Meghan have that, because I do not see how they are able to go through all of these things that they are experiencing and to be calm and then to do things not in a deranged way or chaotic way. They process things step by step, because like I said in some of the tweet, three strikes. I don't know if I read it on this video or the video before, where I said the first strike was when Harry was leaving the UK to meet Meghan and Archie in Canada. Why he was saying he was leaving, it's not to get privacy, this kind of thing. And then the second time was at the Oprah interview. Meghan told the world, look, I'm not looking for privacy. There have to be a boundary. Okay. And now, third, in New York City, this kind of thing happened. Now you have police involved, the chase and all of that. Okay. This is the kind of patient that I'm saying. I don't know how they had the patience to go all of that. Okay. That the meditation and all of that they do, it's working because God is listening to them. And all of the prayers the squad be putting out, including myself. Okay. Comfort this weary child. Lift me up again, O Lord. May your loving grace nourish and restore my soul. In Christ, I will keep trying. By his blood, I am forever free. In Jesus' name, amen. And the other thing that many of those photo agencies need to be careful, because they should stay away from Harry, because the moment Harry came to California and they were trying to take pictures of his kids, he bankrupted them. Okay, he bankrupted that agency. Is it X17 or something like that? My mind was going with the 2 images next to it. Let's see, let's go with that one. Father God, thank you for your gracious hand that is upon my life. I give you glory today for all you have done in my past, all that you are doing today, and all that you will do in my future. This is almost the same thing that I read at the beginning. Okay, I love you and trust you in all things, knowing that your favor surrounds me like a shield in Jesus' name. That's for sure. All right. When you look at the video, the music video that I did when Meghan went to get the award on Tuesday, near the end, I remember when I was making the video, I remember of the thumbnails that I did where I have Archie, Lily, Meghan be shielded by that shield kind of image, and then on top there's 3 images of Harry and some sort of a meditated mode, and I think they will be protected or whatever. I put that at the end of that video, not knowing. I had no clue there was a chase. Okay, so that's that. And I say I wanted to read that too. So those 3 images that I was contemplating which one to read, I'm reading all of them. All right, and this is my last one. Dear God, I humbly come before you today in appreciation for all that you have done for me. Thank you, Jesus, for your sacrifice so that I may be reconciled to God and set free from the bondage of sins. Thank you for enduring so much suffering on my behalf. I pray that I will have the same kind of strength to endure life for your sake. In your name, I pray. Amen. As I was reading this, I'm thinking Harry and Meghan, okay, they were chosen by God, okay, to set examples, to do the work for. They need a physical, okay. Now this is another crazy cray talk here. God needed a physical, okay, a physical being to do the work for them, and I think they're using both of them. This is what I think. And the only thing when I pray, and I hope Harry and Meghan have, is the state of mind to enjoy life. But in terms of the fight that they are facing, I think they got it. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. I think they got it. God has their backs. But the only thing is, when they are in relax mode, when they are around their friend, they are in the present to enjoy it, to have fun, to enjoy life. This part. But when it comes to the fight, I know they got that. They got that hands down. All right, 2 fighters, they got that hand down. And then what triggers Harry? I mean, Harry always had it, but he was immune to it. Okay, he didn't mind, just turn a blind eye and move on with his life. When he needs to get away from his family, he just go to Africa and whatever. But the part where that really get him into the fighting mode, not that they're disturbing his wife, it's when Meghan thought of the suicidal ideation. And I'm glad Meghan brought it to Harry's attention, and that brings the fire out of Harry. Okay, and said, no, you're not gonna do that to my wife. You took my mom away. Not this time. Not this time. You could do anything else to me or whatever. Not anymore. Not to him anymore. Now that he have kids, it's like, no, this is where the shield come in now. Okay, so the moment Meghan spoke to Harry about her mental well-being, her state of mind, this is where the radar went to Harry and said, I gotta fight. Okay, so that I know they got that. Okay, and I think once Meghan came to the US, she recharged. She's back to her old self. Maybe occasionally certain things might come. I don't know. You can't tell your mind what to think at any given moment. The mind will go where it wants to go, but you need to control that. That's the thing. But occasionally she might have a little flare here and there, and that's where her meditation come in and whatever. But I think we got Meghan back. All right. Whoever knew Meghan before married into the royal family, the things that she was doing, these are the squad who will tell you, or who will tell me that, yeah, she's back. But in my humble opinion, I think she's back. She's back to her old self. All right, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. New subscriber, welcome. So that is it. I'm probably gonna turn this video into 2. I already have 1 already, so probably 3 videos in that recording. That's it.
Confirmation to me that everything, all the stars were aligned. Everything was just perfect. It was this beautiful woman just sort of literally tripped and fell into my life. I fell into her life, and the fact that I know the fact that she'll be really unbelievably good at the job part of it as well, is obviously a huge relief to me, because she'll be able to deal with everything else that comes with it. But no, you know, we're a fantastic team. We know we are, and we hope to, you know, over time, try and have as much impact for all the things that we care about as much as possible.
I am very excited about that, yeah.
And Meghan, given your acting and the profile you had, you'd already been involved in various causes. You've been an ambassador for UN Women. What about this new role? I mean, you're going to have a bigger platform, a bigger voice. What do you want to do with it?
I mean, how...
Sing.
Can you imagine? No, I'm not a singer. I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And at the same time, it is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness, and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better